Good morning, everyone. My name is Maggie Horne, and I'm the director of the Small Business Development Center, and it is such a pleasure to welcome all of you to Gannon University and the Center for Business Ingenuity. It is truly our pleasure to be hosting the Small Business Initiative brought to us by the Pennsylvania Department of Treasury. And we've got a great day of programming available to you today, and very much appreciate spending the day with us. Our commitment to bringing events like this came to fruition with Dr. Taylor's vision of bringing the three entities of the SBDC, ETI, and the College of Engineering and Business to this building. And so it's really a pleasure to hold these events, and it's just exemplifying the reason we're all here. So today you have a number of sessions that will be presented to you, and in your program are the details about those sessions, everything from intellectual property to supply chain management, as well as things that are related to cybersecurity, which is very important in these days of technology. And we certainly wouldn't be able to do things like this without the support of the university, and in particular, our dean, Dr. Scheller. And Dr. Scheller truly believes in developing and supporting a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, and is always supportive when we talk about these kinds of events and interrupting the typical day here at the university. And so it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to Dr. W.L. Scheller.
Thank you, Maggie. Once again, let me welcome you to the Center for Business Ingenuity. I believe we have in this building a unique mission and space. Let me first take a few moments to describe to you what we do in this building. We bring together business people, faculty, staff, students, and most of all, ideas. Each floor has two components of the College of Engineering and Business present on it. On the lower level, we have students and ETI clients. On the ground floor, we have the SBDC at Gannon University and the Erie Technology Incubator's offices, as well as some client offices of ETI as well. The second floor houses my office suite, faculty offices, and ETI clients. On the third floor, you will find faculty offices and ETI clients. In this building, we have 2 meeting rooms, several conference and team rooms, and the Business Information Systems Laboratory, which is a state-of-the-art laboratory to facilitate teamwork and collaboration, which incorporates high bandwidth networking and the capability for global conferences. The design of the building is meant to foster discussion. I'm a firm believer that some of the best ideas are created, and I quote, over the coffee pot. With the organization of the building, as I described before, people must encounter each other. You can't have a day without running into another entrepreneur, students running into entrepreneurs, faculty and students and entrepreneurs cooperating. You know, we have even provided a furnished court area on the lower level, 2 balconies and a cafe to foster these interactions. You can go grab a cup of coffee, sit in the court, sit in the cafe area, sit on a balcony. It's all very relaxed, but meant to foster discussions. In just over 18 months, we are seeing these interactions beginning to yield internships for students and students becoming entrepreneurs. Indeed, in the past 2 years, Gannon University entrepreneurial teams have taken top prizes at the Erie Collegiate Innovation Showcase, a local competition for student entrepreneurs. These Gannon teams are interdisciplinary and even international. Out of our 8 most recent student startup companies, we have 4 resident among the 21 resident companies of ETI. Of those, 2 have had significant offers of funding, and others are working with partners such as Ben Franklin Partners to gain funding. Erie is being reinvented from the ground up. Anyone can walk into this building with an idea and receive assistance to develop a business. SBDC is here at each step along the way. Students are available for projects and internships. Faculty assist entrepreneurs in making their projects suitable for students and often run these projects as part of a class. When the business has reached the point that active mentorship is needed and is useful, then ETI is there to provide mentoring, networking, and space for the fledgling business. Ultimately, we look forward to businesses graduating from ETI and succeeding. What kind of businesses are using CBI, the Center for Business Ingenuity, and our assets here? They range from an Amazon store specializing in hard-to-find and vintage books to a maker of kits allowing EMTs to quickly and efficiently treat a child in cardiac arrest. A software company seeking to make animation for advertising easier to create, to a company working on big data solutions for the Internet of Things in manufacturing environments. We have a company offering telepsychiatry services to areas where no mental health professionals practice, to a company that is revolutionizing automation of workflow processes to save organizations millions. That is what we are doing here in this building. That is what we are doing at Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. I would also like to say how much we value our relationship with the Commonwealth. We have received great support to run business technology accelerators. We have received great support for a microgrant program for fledgling businesses. We have received great support for the SBDC and its services. Without the SBDC, all of these accomplishments would not be possible. It is indeed the linchpin that makes the broad array of services to entrepreneurs possible. Without support from the Department of the Treasury, this conference would not be happening here today. Thank you for all of your support. I look forward to continuing to work with you in the future. Without your support, the entrepreneurs of Erie would not have this great opportunity today. Certainly, this conference is an embodiment of our outreach and intent for this facility. Enjoy your day. Now, let me introduce Dr. Keith Taylor, President of Gannon University, who would also like to welcome you.
Thank you, WL. How's everybody doing? All right. I said to Maggie, they're fed, they're happy. We can just stop now, but maybe not. Well, thank you, WL, for those remarks and for covering the meat of our welcomes. My mother always said, you can never say please and thank you enough. Maybe you can never say welcome enough. So I will welcome you as well to Gannon University and to this fantastic facility. There are great things happening not only in this building, but across Gannon's campus and across the Erie region. It is a great time for small business development and a time where we need to drive small business development in our economy here to help us sustain economic health. So welcome to the Center for Business Ingenuity, and it is a privilege for Gannon University and the Small Business Development Center and the College of Engineering and Business to partner with the Pennsylvania Treasury Department to bring you this small business initiative program. And I want to start, Maggie came up first, and whenever you're the first one, you're not the one that gets the round of applause. But as far as getting the work done on this end, Maggie Horne's done a great job, and I think we should give her a round of applause. We're very proud of the Gannon team, but it doesn't work to be alone. You need to collaborate, and it is great to have Treasurer Timothy Reese with us here today. Thank you for being here. And the Treasury team, Debbie Tingley and Ann Lawson and Scott Sloan. There's a couple of them and a couple over here. They're still working. I just called you out and everybody saw that you're working, so that's a good thing. Even the boss did. It is the resources that you bring to the table that have made this day possible, but also the resources that you bring to the table every day that help develop small business and grow small business, not only in our region, but across Pennsylvania. We have a lot of challenges in our community, and large business organizations are struggling and making decisions that continue to make small business and entrepreneurship more and more important every day. Our economic past has been driven by small business, and our economic future will be driven by small business. And Gannon is proud not only by the things that are happening in this building, but the things that happen in the engineering building, the university as a whole, trying to drive economic and community development. Our West Bayfront, the neighborhood development that we're working on, not only is about housing development, safety and security, but it will also be about entrepreneurship and small business development in our neighborhoods to, from the ground up, improve the stead of the people that live in this Erie community. So it is all of our job to help move this city forward and this region forward. WL mentioned ETI. I'm a proud member of the board of ETI and the great work that they're doing. SBDC's been here for many, many years doing fantastic work. I think we have 35 new companies coming out of SBDC just in this last year. ETI continues to grow the businesses, not only the numbers that are in there, but the numbers of new jobs that are being developed. So we're trying very hard to do our part. And it is great to see this group, particularly to see I say young students. You're old students, but you're young to us old people in the room. That the students are not only our future in a kind of generic way that we always say, but you truly are the ones that are driving new businesses in this community. And it's exciting to me that when I sit in a board meeting for ETI and I see the names of the businesses and what they're doing, and some of those are Gannon students that are starting businesses and they're actually generating revenue. They're doing things that are meaningful businesses. It's not just some cool idea that you had in class, but you're creating real economic growth, and that's exciting for us here at Gannon. So I hope that your day continues as well as it has begun, and it's my privilege, excuse me, to introduce the treasurer, who will make some remarks as well. And the Small Business Initiative was launched from Treasurer Timothy Reese's passion for small business and entrepreneurship. Prior to his appointment, Treasurer Reese was a successful entrepreneur and founded and invested in several businesses in healthcare, pharmaceutical, and information technology sectors. Treasurer Reese also founded the National Minority Angel Network to focus on financial literacy and investing for veterans, minorities, and women entrepreneurs. In addition to the Small Business Initiative, key priorities as treasurer included Treasury University. I'm not sure if that's competition, but an internal training program that increases knowledge sharing, institutionalizes best practices, and promotes career growth. And an emerging managers program, a results-driven investment program that leverages innovative and diverse investment strategies to grow Treasury assets. And it is therefore my pleasure to introduce Treasurer Timothy Reese to be here with us today. Thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thank you. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. We got in last night, and I think, and first thing, my colleague and my chief of staff is with me. We said, wow, the air is great. We really enjoyed just getting out and getting some fresh air. So you have a lot, nature is a big part of where you are as well. I think in sharing President Taylor's message about thanking, again, I would like to thank all of you, and I'd like to thank Gannon University. I'd like to thank the SBDC Center for partnering with us on today. This is a big initiative in our vision around Treasury since I became treasurer. I'd like to thank President Taylor again and others in what you're doing here in explaining how Gannon is really a micro hub of different resources to allow the incubation and the ideation and the creation of small businesses that will then impact your local area is tremendous. And maybe even beyond that, when you can even look out at the world and the globe as a opportunity to grow your business. Since I became treasurer, I've always been thinking about Treasury and finance for 23 years in both the direct role of investment, but also in a bigger role of how do you leverage your assets to get a bigger return. Whether you're a small business entrepreneur or you're the treasurer, you're still always looking at how do you leverage what you have to make a bigger impact. And that's what we were doing here as a role of treasurer is how do I make a big impact? I manage over $100 billion. We custody most of the state's assets. We invest roughly 17 billion of that directly out of my office. The other billions are between our state employee retirement systems, the public teachers and state employees. So there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money, and our job is to safeguard that money. Our job is to make sure that every bill we pay is appropriate, and we do a lot of work around that. For example,